Today we'll study about a new subtopic of chapter 1, that is rounding numbers. Now, what is rounding numbers? You must be wondering. Children, to explain the rounding numbers, I would like to ask few questions from you. The first is, can you guess the exact number of people in the picture? You will be saying that exact number is not possible, but yes, you can tell me the approximate number of people in this picture. Then the approximate number of people in this picture is nearby 1000. Okay, now can you guess the exact number of candies in this jar? Again, exact number will not be possible, but yes, approximate numbers of candies are 100 candies in this picture. Now, if you remember children, the previous picture and this picture, in both these pictures, the exact number was difficult to answer, but approximate answer can be easily given. So, this approximate value is sometimes known as rounding numbers. Children, you must have heard many times that you can tell me the answer nearby this answer, or you can tell me the estimated value of something. These estimated value or the nearby answers are known as rounding numbers. The rounding numbers are when you round numbers, you are replacing the number with an estimate to a given place value. Now children, you must be wondering, what is the need of these rounding numbers when it only tells you the estimate value and they do not give you the exact value? So, let's see what are the need of rounding numbers. Rounding numbers can help you simplify a word problem in order to do a mental maths or get an estimate of your final answer. This is one of the reasons. The second reason is your approximate number will help you solve problems that may be hard to solve. Now, let's try to understand that how we can round the numbers to a nearest place values through an activity. Over here, a number pipe has been given to you, and the numbers which appear on the number pipe are from 0 to 10. 0 is on one extreme end and the 10 is on the other extreme end, and all the numbers between 0 to 10 is written in this number pipe. Now, what will happen if we will place a ball on the 7? Children, if we place the ball on 7, it will roll down to 10 or it will roll down to 0. We have to understand this. Now, 7 is near to 10 and 7 is very far away from 0. So, definitely 7 will roll down towards 10 as it is near to it. You can see this in the next picture. Now, it means 7 is rounded to the nearest 10 is 10. Let's take another slide. Now, let's place the ball on 3 and see what happens. 3 is near to 0 or 3 is near to 10. You have to tell 3 is near to 0 and it's quite far away from 10. So, 3 will definitely roll down to 0. Over here, you can see the ball which we have placed on 3 has been rolled down to 0. Okay, so here 3 is rounded to the nearest tens place as 0. Now, let's take another pipe or a line that is starting from 30 and ending at 40. Now, let's place a ball on one of these numbers. Let's place it on 38. When I place a ball on 38, 38 is very near to 40 and it is very far away from 30. So the ball which will be placed on 38, it will roll down to 40. Yes, you can see that. So 38, when rounded to the nearest 10 place, it will round off to 40. What happens if the ball is placed now on 33? 33 is very near to 30 and it's quite far away from 40. So 33, the ball which is placed on 33 will definitely roll down to 30. So the number 33, when round off to the nearest tens place, it will be rounded as 30. What about if we place the ball on 35? Now, children, 35, you can see it. It is just the mid number of 30 and 40. It means it is coming in the center of 30 and 40. Such numbers we also call as halfway numbers. Now, if I place the ball on 35, according to the rules of rounding number, children, it will definitely and it will always falls towards your next 10. So the next 10 over here is 40. So the ball placed on 35 will roll down towards 40, which means 35 is rounded off to the nearest number is 40. Now let's round off few bigger numbers to the nearest 10 place and see. Over here, the number which has to be rounded off is 124 to the nearest tens place. Now, 124 lies between 120 and 130. If I place 124 on this roller coaster over here, let's see what happens. It will come down towards 120 and it will not go towards 130 because 120 is near whereas 130 is very far away. So 124, when we round off to the nearest tens place, it will always round to 120. Let's take one more example. 127. When I place it on the roller coaster, it will be placed over here. Let's see what happens. When I place 127 over here, it will roll down towards 130. So a number 127, when we round off to the nearest 10, it will always be rounded to 130. So looking into all these examples, we can sum up with some of the rules of the rounding number to the nearest tens place. That is, the number line 20 to 30 is given. So the numbers which ends with 1, 2, 3 or 4 is rounded down to the same 10. You can see it over here. The numbers which are ending with 4, 3, 2 and 1, they are rounded to the same tens, which means 24 is rounded to 20, 23 is rounded to 20, 22 is also rounded to 20 and 21 is also rounded to 20. In the same way, all the numbers which are ending with 6, 7, 8 or 9 is rounded up to the next 10. That is, 26 is rounded to 30, 27 is rounded to 30, 28 is also rounded to 30 and 29 is also rounded to 30. Now, what about the midway number? If you remember our previous slide, there we have clearly told you that the number which is on the halfway, that is the center of the number line, they are always rounded to the next 10. So 25 will be rounded to next 10 as 30. So These rules, children, you should remember it very nicely to do the rest of the questions. Now round off the number to the nearest 10 place using number line. Round these numbers to the nearest 10 place. We have to round off the number 36 to the nearest 10 place. Now 36 falls between 30 and 40. 36 is very near to 40, whereas it is far away from 30. So 36 will be rounded to 40. If we try to apply the rule over here, the rule says the number which ends with 6, 7, 8 and 9 will be rounded to the next 10. So here it is 36. It's ending with 6. So definitely it will be rounded to the next 10, that is 40. So the answer is 36 is rounded to 40. Let's take another example, 52. 52 number falls between 50 and 60. And 52 is very near to 50 and it's quite far away from 60. Whereas the rule also says a number which ends with 2, 3, 4 or 1, it will be rounded to the same tens, and the same 10 over here is 5, 10. So 52 is rounded off to 50. Let's take one more example. Number 25. It is 5. That is the midway number. 25 falls between a number line 20 and 30, and it's a midway number. The midway or the halfway number is always rounded to the next 10. So 25 is rounded to 30. Is it clear, children? Now let's do shortcut method, that instead of making a number line, how we can directly write the rounding answers of the numbers given. Let's take the first question. Round 24 to the nearest tens place. Now when we have to round the numbers, first thing we should do is we should always underline the number which is in the tens place. 4 is in ones place, whereas 2 is in tens place. So we have underlined the number in the tens place. The next step is you should circle the number to the right of the tens place. The number to the right of the tens place is 4. So let's circle it. Now the third step says you should find out whether we have to round off to the same 10 or we have to round off to the next 10. Now this we can find it out with the help of our number which has been circled to the right of the tens place. Over here the number is 4. So 4 is less than 5. Moreover, if you remember the rules, the number ending with 1, 2, 3 and 4 will be rounded to the same 10. So the same 10 over here is 210. So we will write 210 and we will going to replace all the digits which are towards the right of the tens place with 0. You can see over here we have done it. So 2 is in the tens place and 0 is in the ones place. So the answer is your 20. That is 24 is rounded to the nearest tens place is 20, and we write it in the shortcut method. We write it in this way. That is 24 arrow 20.